right there. The guy's on the roof and everybody's yelling at him.
Yes.
And directing the officer's attention to him. The rally was not paused at that point, correct?
We are currently still combing through communications and when communications were passed.
It is all really hard to put together. Joining us now is that Democratic Congressman, Representative Raja Krishnamoorthi. You saw him right there of Illinois. He serves on the House Oversight and Intelligence Committees. Congressman, thanks for coming back on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so you heard the testimony today in front of the Senate. You had very specific questions back last week before Director Cheadle resigned. What did you make of the answers you heard today on the critical questions that you were focused on?
It doesn't answer my questions, Dan. I'm still puzzled by at least two lines of inquiry. One is, I went back and looked at my question and answer with Kim Cheadle as you were talking, and she did not dispute that at roughly 2 minutes before the shooting began, the Secret Service countersnipers were informed that there was a man on the roof with a gun. And in fact, Abadi, Deputy Director Abadi of the FBI, according to Gary Peters, at the hearing testified that even 30 seconds before the shooting began, the local law enforcement officials made everyone aware of the man with the gun on the roof. And while 30 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, it's really an eternity when you think about the countersnipers being able to hone in on the man on the roof and being able to neutralize him. So this is all kind of very puzzling to me. The second line of inquiry that was not addressed is why the heck wasn't the AGR building within the inner security perimeter that the Secret Service should have included, given that it was within rifle range of the stage? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I truly didn't understand how they can say that they didn't know that there was someone on the roof and were able to shoot back at him so quickly, right? I mean, it seems to me that question hasn't been answered because I think you point out that they do seem to be conceding, at least Director Cheadle at the time conceded, that, yes, they had some advance notice, right, that he was up there.
Right. They may not have agreed that they had sufficient notice, but they had advance notice. I think it was sufficient. But the other part of it that I'm very bothered about is there's way too much finger pointing at the local law enforcement officials, Dan. I felt that the Secret Service is ultimately responsible for the whole security plan with regard to the protectee, in this case, Donald Trump. And so if local law enforcement at any point in time said they didn't have the resources to guard the AGR building, they didn't have the personnel to put on top of the roof or to observe the rooftop, then the Secret Service has to spring into action and place the necessary personnel where they can secure the building or put an obstruction between the AGR building and the stage to obscure the view of the shooter of the stage. This was just a botched operation. And I wish that Mr. Rowe had really taken full accountability for it and said, look, we messed up. And here's what we're doing right now to change the situation. Because remember, Dan, we have a new presidential candidate in Kamala Harris who's going to attract a whole new bevy of threats. And we have the DNC coming to Chicago in just weeks.
You mentioned Kamala Harris, so let's switch gears, talk a little politics. There's a new attack ad that the Trump team has released today. As you know, Republicans have been characterizing Vice President Harris as the border czar who's failed to protect Americans, and this is that new ad.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris failed. Weak, dangerously liberal.
You worried about this line of attack?
No, and here's why, Dan. I think that clearly the border is a mess. Clearly the immigration system needs to be fixed. But remember, when Democrats and Republicans came together to offer a legislative solution to fix that, Donald Trump blocked that from coming to a vote in Congress. And that's something that when folks learn about it, realize that unfortunately Donald Trump is playing politics with this situation as well.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.